Hiya, I'm Mika, and welcome back to Professor Layton and the Miracle Mask. We're going to the Grand Hall. Oh, shit.
It's here. I know it is. Enter. You still haven't found it, you incompetent fool. The mask is inside the hotel.
Sir, please accept my apologies.
Oh well, as long as you're sorry, I suppose everything is fine. Get the mask.
We will find it, sir.
The Garden of Healing. The City of Harmony. We have 2 of the 3. Which is just another way of saying we have nothing, isn't it?
No, you have 2 out of 3. That's 2/3. That's 0.666666666 repeating. Got a sizable amount there, honestly. If you're aiming for 1, you wouldn't even round down in that scenario necessarily. Sure, you can't achieve what you wanna, but like you got the Spring of Healing from Stalery. That second one though, I don't know where that came from. Our Grand Hall goes all the way to the top of the Reunion Inn. I wonder what it looks like when you look down from up there. I think we should investigate the area. Something here does look suspicious. Bloom's deception episode added to the trunk. That does seem serious. Hint coin on that clock. Something looks suspicious here. We got four vases with yellow and white flowers. A number of tables around each, although this table is occupied. Hint coin in those flowers. A puzzle in those flowers. Professor, there was a book hidden inside that cushion. This one has a more elaborate cover than the others. What kind of story will this one hold? Let's see, huh? It won't open. It seems we are quick to judge this book's cover as, well, a cover. Let's take a closer look at this. Puzzle time, baby. Jewels to the lock. This book is locked up tight by some mysterious contrivance. The trick to opening it lies in the 10 arrow-shaped jewels adorning the cover. These jewels are arranged in a particular pattern, and rotating just one arrow will release the lock. Which jewels should you rotate in order to open the book? Okay, cool, it's one of those, but we're gonna memo. This one's pointing here, 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 this one's pointing here. This one's pointing here, this one's pointing here. We probably gotta rotate this one, I should think. How do I... No? I think I rotate that one.
Don't keep me in suspense. There is no puzzle without a solution.
Correct. You need to rotate the top left arrow so that it's pointing to the right. Each jewel is placed with the arrows pointing to another jewel. If you trace the route from one arrow, you'll eventually end up back where you started. Well, now you will after rotating that top left jewel. Very good. Now we can read it. What does it say? What does it say? And what the fuck is Bloom doing? There was once a kind-hearted princess in a kingdom in the valley. Is this about, Angela? The princess was so beautiful that suitors camped outside the castle for months to gain an audience with her. And then one day, the princess saw a young knight pass by her window. The princess fell in love with him at first sight, and they were married. The knight was named King, and the princess named Queen. One day, the king and his minister set out for the mountains to slay a dragon that threatened the kingdom. Is the minister Layton? The princess who waited for her king to return. The princess waited for her king to return. She waited and waited, but only the minister returned with news that her king had died. Yeah, I mean, that's pretty one-to-one for what happened. The minister did everything he could to comfort the princess in her grief. He comforted her day and night. After many moons of grief, the minister's kindness and patience finally reached the princess's heart. So now that one's about Henry as well. The princess's feelings for the minister blossomed into love. She married him in a lavish royal wedding. It seemed that here the audience sat, rapt with attention, eager to bear witness to the final miracle of love. No one knew that the minister actually tricked the king into searching for the dragon, and then trapped him in the cave. Nope, I mean, that does sound kind of like Layton, but also like... Was Henry there that night? Is that the proposal? The minister now had the princess, the crown, and the country. But then... The masked gentleman must feel betrayed by someone he trusted. Perhaps one who stole his love. Yeah, Randall is alive and is cosplaying an asshole. And he's talking shit about Henry. While he was trapped inside a cave... I can understand why someone would be upset about that kind of thing. But what does this have to do with Montador? The audience sat, rapt with attention, bear witness to the final miracle. Molly, does there happen to be a stage or a presentation area somewhere in the hotel? A theater or a conference room, perhaps? Something to that effect. Well, we don't have a proper theater, but we do have a small auditorium that we use as a screening room on occasion. That must be the place. Let's go. I do want to check out the Ruby and Sapphire suite. I knew there'd be fucking shit here. Beyond the painting, too? Hint coin. And we found a hint coin up in here, too, right? No. Okay. Window. I didn't realize this room was so high up. That's perfectly fine. Sapphire suite. Oh. Hello, ma'am. Please, don't mind me. We meet again, English gentleman. Yuming? Ah, shit. What voice did I give Yuming? Yuming, what are you doing here? I thought you were at the dromedary. Yes, but they got the dates of my stay wrong, so I got moved over here. I'm sorry to hear that. The service is first rate, so I don't mind. So, are you just walking into rooms now? Well, you see... Oh, I was joking. Please come in. How about a puzzle? A sweeping solution. This hotel has a suite with many rooms in it. Cleaning such a large suite is quite a task, so the hotel staff likes to take an efficient route that allows them to cover the whole suite without doubling back through any of the rooms. They take a different route every day, but no matter which order they clean in, there's always one room they pass through at the same point in the route. Can you work out which one? One they pass through at the same point in the route. It's gotta be one of these two. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Because there's 6 on either side of it. That's just how the math
no
goes.
Puzzle without a solution.
Correct. The large central room on the left-hand side is the only room that stays in the same position no matter the route. Use the wall between the two central rooms to divide the suite into two halves. There are several routes, but no matter where you start, on the left or the right, this room will always be the 7th room you pass through. Ooh, antiques on the shop aisle. Hey, not bad. You know, I like the hotels in this town, but who comes up with these names? I should ask the owner. It's lovely to see you again. I'm going to move your potted plant. I suppose it's not your potted plant. And behind the painting, alright, cool. Comment on the couch. Good quality springs. Fantastic. And we are moving on. The auditorium is rarely used these days. Do you think the masked gentleman is in here somewhere, Professor? I have no doubt he intended to lead us here. There is a noun here. Ooh, noun on the bottom of the bookshelf. Last jigsaw piece. Emblem on the stage, hint coin, hell yeah. I mean, let's be honest, it probably wants us to interact with the screen. The rightmost chandelier bauble. Hint coin above the door. Getting real generous with them towards the end of the game. Puzzle in the audience. So it's not the screen. There's a puzzle hidden here. Unless this is a side puzzle. This could be a side puzzle still. Stealth Knight. 5 police officers have been tasked with the security of a 64-seat theater. Each officer can see all the seats directly in front of him, behind him, to his left and to his right, and at 45-degree diagonals. The seating arrangement shown above would let 5 officers cover the whole theater. However, all but the 4th row of seats have already been booked. With one officer already sitting in seat 4A, where should the others sit to cover the whole theater? Memo time, baby. We got cops looking here. We got cops looking here. The cops, they also looking this way. And the cops, they be looking that way. This cop. No, let's go with this cop. Let's work our way one row at a time going down. We got cops looking all these ways. We got cops that look in every direction. This cop could probably move, frankly. Got cops. And then we got cops covering the diagonals. 45-degree diagonals, but no other diagonals. Then we got a cops here, cops looking back, cops looking forward, cops looking left, cops looking right, but there's not much right to look. Got them covering this diagonal, and they covering this diagonal. We got this cop's looking up, this cop's looking left, this cop's looking right, this cop's looking up to the right, this cop's looking up to the left. Everything's covered. pretty sure everything... Sorry, what? The seating arrangement as shown above the theater would let 5 officers cover the whole theater. However, all but the 4th row of seats have already been booked. With one officer already sitting in 4A, where should the others sit to cover the whole theater? What? Theater's already booked. Booked completely. We've only got 5 officers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 rows. We got an officer sitting in 4A. Let's be honest, we could probably erase this, because we know that 4 is going to be covered. And for all but the 4th row of seats have already been booked, so like this map doesn't matter. Where the police are sitting doesn't matter, that's just extraneous information. Let's see. We can cover these 2 if we do a diagonal, right? Get diagonals here. That would also cover these. Let's clear that out again, just to make it a little easier for me to see. Put a dot there, because we're putting an officer there. And we also have this one, because we want to cover that top left angle. Pretty sure that's covering everything as well. Just give me a little space here. Put it back. We want to cover this one as well. That puts an officer here. We got one more officer to place, and genuinely it looks like they go here. Because that would cover this diagonal, this diagonal, this diagonal, as well as that seat down there. Which are the uncovered seats. So D, E, F, G.
I believe I have this one. Solving puzzles is truly a pleasure.
Correct. This arrangement will cover the whole theater. Now the show can go on in safety. In safety, I think those cops who are sitting together are going to get distracted having a good time watching a movie. That was rather difficult. Do you hear that, guys? I'm an archaeologist, because I solved that real easy, like. Well, should have read that, maybe. Another hint coin above that door, too. Alright, let's look at the screen now. Is there anything behind the movie screen? Does it retract? Professor, look! Seems like we're just in time for this show. But then... The king awoke, trapped under a pile of rubble. The minister to whom he had entrusted his life was gone. Okay, that sounds like Layton again. The king used every last ounce of his strength to clear away the rocks and made his way back to the surface. And when he finally escaped, he saw the minister living happily with the princess as husband and wife. And again, that's Henry. I feel like you're conflating your friends here. That's it. That's the end of the story. Not the happiest ending I've ever seen. What do you think, Luke? I mean, have you... Luke? Professor, where's Luke? Gentlemen. Welcome, ladies and germs, parasites of all ages, to my little theater of revenge. You don't gotta hold him like he's your purse, man. Might I interest you in a young British lad? Gross. I feel like you could have phrased that better. I have one left, so you'll have to unhand him at once, you fiend. Professor, help! Friend, for shame, Professor. I try my best to create entertainment for your amusement. And this is my reward? Boo on you. Layton, I know that your road has been paved with regrets that tear at one's heart. I'm sure I don't know what you're talking about. Who are you? It's Randall. For tonight's dark miracle, my revenge will rise to its dramatic climax as Mont d'Or sinks into the earth below. Oh. Oh, right, because this was built right on top of the ruins, wasn't it? So there's a whole lot of empty space for the city to be lowered into. You just gotta blow up a lot of support beams, probably. And it is your destiny to suffer the same fate, Layton. This is the price you shall pay for abandoning those closest to you. Actually, you have earned yourself one special experience of suffering tonight. Leave Luke out of this. He's just a boy. Let me go! Just a boy indeed. Toodles, my good man. Professor, we have to go after them. Let's go. Yeah, I'd say we'll have to go after them. Oh, wings again.
Hang on!
9, 10, 11, 12. Just how deep do you want to delve? I hope you've enjoyed this look into my world, Layton. I've left you one final puzzle, so that you may save your little friend. It looks as if he's in quite a predicament. And so high up. Oh my. Is it true, Layton? I've heard you have a history of letting your friends down.
Real dick move, Randall. Ooh. Holy shit. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. The masked gentleman has fled, leaving Luke hanging in midair. Help Layton slide his way down the ropes across the hall and save him. There are only a few places where he can jump from rope to rope. Use the panel on the right of the touchscreen to view the whole wall, and hurry to Luke's rescue. Move the magnifying glass up and down on the touchscreen to look at the whole wall from top to bottom to rescue Luke. Rescue Luke to start Layton's descent. Okay, cool. When passing any point A to P, touch drop down to make Layton drop from the rope he's on to one below. Oh, okay. So B and C have me drop at E. D has me drop there, but question marks on if it wraps around, right? Probably not, because the rope itself wraps around physical objects, so Layton can't exactly slide on those. If I drop from D, it looks like you go left, so dropping from E is the only option? Okay. Well, let's start with... okay. Let's start at the end. I want to use L, because that's the only one that goes onto the rope that Luke is on. From behind him, because O doesn't hit that, N doesn't hit that. I don't want to use P, because then I drop past Luke, and I definitely want to get to Luke. So how do we want to get to L? Genuinely looks like just J or K is my options. If I want to get to J or K, probably E. So we're looking at B, E, J, L, if we can, if that's possible.
I believe I have this one. Solving puzzles is truly a pleasure.
It's good to know that he does in fact wrap around on those corners. Correct! Thank goodness Luke is safe. Yeah, you're gonna need to buy new shorts. Got stretched out there, probably.
Bravo, Layton. You risked your life and saved your friend.
Yes, well, as a friend once told me, no risk, no glory.
Well, I suppose I won't be needing this anymore.
No, certainly not. Randall.
It pains me to see you like this, Randall.
Randall?
But how? Well, isn't this quite the reunion? Now, my revenge is at hand. Master Randall? Is that really you? It is. Unfortunately for you.
He just needed to talk to someone,
I
man.
have returned to take back everything you stole from me.
And Angela knew.
The Azran treasure, my family fortune, and my Angela. Henry, you will know the pain I have felt all these years.
Randall, no! It's not like that!
Okay, but it really seems like you knew, though, because you weren't big about the medallion.
Master Randall, please! You've got it all wrong. Let me explain. Oh, I would love to, but unfortunately, I'm not interested in your explanations.
So you wouldn't love to. So you just lied about it. You just fucking lied about it.
You could at least tell us where you've been all these years.
Well, in a hole, Layton.
Well, all right. Why not? What good is an untold tale? I first explored the ruins of Akbadine nearly 18 years ago.
Yeah.
I was only a few steps from unlocking its secrets before I fell victim to one of its many cunning traps.
Yeah.
I fell into a deep ravine where I could have died, but as fate would have it, an underground river broke my fall. The current washed me onto the banks of a remote village. The villagers nursed me back to health.
Oh, okay. So you weren't in the hole for all that long.
I made a full recovery, but I could not tell the villagers anything about myself. My mind was a blank.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
You had amnesia?
Yeah. Yep, there's
I
Muppet
worked in
Man.
the village while I tried to recover my memory. Months went by, years went by, and eventually I gave up on trying to unearth my old life. Then one day, I received a letter. I know all about your past, Yvette. I know who took everything from you, and I know how to get it all back. The letter recounted my life in great detail, and it said that the one who had betrayed me was a man named Henry. When I read that name, it was as though someone had turned a key in my mind. Everything came flooding back.
Can we wrap this up? I'm over 30 minutes.
I remembered all that I had, and all that had been taken from me.
Yeah.
But the letter didn't end there.
No, of course not.
I have a plan to take revenge on those who have wronged you.
So you're not the big bad. I guess that weird guy in the hotel is. If he's looking for something here. Something in Akbadane, then?
You need only to don the garb of the masked gentleman, and they shall cower before you. So it was decided. I would have my revenge by taking back what was mine. And the letters continued, each one advising me on how to execute my plan as the masked gentleman. As each phase of my plan fell into place, I felt myself returning with it. The masked gentleman brought me back.
Letters! Professor, do you think...
I fear the worst, Luke.
This closes my tale of woe. However, we still have a few tears to shed. Henry, you shall bear witness as I ruin you, just as you ruined me. Master Randall, wait!
Yep. Ooh, cool. Yeah, thank you guys very much for watching. Remember to take care of yourselves and tomorrow's that day. I hope to see you then. Bye.